about drinking alcohol while breastfeeding. It's been taking place online. It was sparked by a social media post from the author and blogger Giovanna Fletcher.
She gave birth to her third son, Max, 6 weeks ago. She had a photo on Instagram. It showed her holding a glass of wine alongside a breast pump and a bar of chocolate. Users immediately questioned her actions. So, what is the latest advice? Breastfeeding expert Shell Banks is here. So, you would say a breastfeeding expert. You help people who are planning on breastfeeding, just give them advice.
Yeah, I'm an internationally board certified lactation consultant. It's a qualification. So, yes, I support families with feeding.
Right. So, on the one hand, I mean, there's the issue about social media and how people turn on people straight away because of an image. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? This is somebody who just shared an image of breastfeeding and lo and behold,
she's a mother with a 6-week-old baby, you know, give the woman a break. Yeah, I think social media is not very kind, is it, to people, and it's very divisive.
But nonetheless, it's sparked genuine interest with people as to, you know, alcohol breastfeeding. What are the rules? What can you tell us?
Well, the NHS is quite clear that in moderation, alcohol in breastfeeding is fine. The confusion comes because alcohol in pregnancy is not recommended. Excuse me. So there's some confusion there because people feel they ought to follow the same rules, and that's not the case. Within breastfeeding, breast milk is made from the blood, and so it's about the amount of alcohol that's in the blood when the mother is making that milk. And so it's not going directly to the baby, it's going through and being filtered by the mother's body. So really the amount of alcohol that's in the milk is the amount of alcohol that's in the blood, which is a tiny, 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 tiny amount.
But the debate comes to the point when, and I've spoken to friends who, when they were breastfeeding, and they said, they noticed the difference when they've breastfed if they've had 1 or 2 glasses of wine on the baby. Is there a difference? Is it measurable? Is it proven to be damaging or not? You know, this is what happens. People make assumptions,
yeah,
don't
absolutely.
they? And they hear things and they say, oh, you're harming your baby, which is what has been levied against Giovanna Fletcher.
Yeah, well, I mean, there isn't any good, strong evidence. The evidence that is around the amount of alcohol that will get into it and how much alcohol that would be, which is a minute amount. I mean, just to give you an idea, there's the alcohol limit in England, Wales and Scotland for alcohol in blood for driving, for drink driving. I think it's 0.08% of your blood would be alcohol. So the milk would be 0.08% if you were to fail your drink driving. And that's compared to what? Cider, which might be 4%, or wine, which might be 12%, rather than 0.08%. So the mother would have to be extremely intoxicated for it to present a real risk of alcohol in any quantity getting through to the baby. And then actually the risk is of the mother being intoxicated, not of the milk, in the same way as if the dad was intoxicated in charge of a baby or a mother who wasn't breastfeeding.
Cheryl, very interesting. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
That's all from Breakfast Today. We will be back tomorrow morning.